Good morning, Jaina. I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce your name. I've never heard it pronounced, so I'm going to say Jaina. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I apologize. Um, I liked your post. I wanted to focus on the one aspect where you were talking about the U.S. superiority complex, which I totally agree with. I mean, we sort of went into it with that superiority complex, but I would just like to use this response as an attempt to try to defend that complex. Um, because I don't think it's totally indefensible. Um, I mean, the U.S., if you think about it at this time, I mean, already in the, from going through World War One, the interwar period, the Great Depression, and having overcome the Great Depression and becoming the world power that we became in World War Two, uh, you know, life in the U.S. was pretty good, and you have to at least think for a minute that foreign policymakers who had grown up in that time and seen that the transformation of the U.S. into such a power. I mean, and then when you look, the writer who wrote the monologue, I can't remember her last name right now. I don't have my book open, but the one who had described the rampant poverty in the Middle East, that existence was the the only real concern because food or water was such a precious commodity, and there's just poverty everywhere, and there's no real concern for life. When you think about living in the U.S. and then hearing about that, the way life is, you want to do something for those people. So I mean, and maybe people had a superiority complex, but maybe it goes all the way back to that missionary mindset where it's like, hey, we've got to help these people. We've got a really good life here in the U.S., and those people are suffering. So we want to help them. We want them to be like us because we've got it so good. It's not that we're superior and they're inferior, so let's help the poor little inferior people. It's, man, we've got things so good here in the U.S. We're so powerful. We've got so much wealth. Our poorest people, are rich in comparison to some of the people suffering in the Middle East. And let's help them. Let's go over there and and then where the superiority mindset comes in you know, is that they're too stupid to even manage it themselves, and so we go in with that mindset. Oh, okay, dummies, come on, let's we'll help you. And I think that's where the problems get caused. But the initial movement behind wanting to help anyway is not in itself, you know, untoward or anything. It's, hey, these people are suffering. We got to help them. We got to. The U.S. foreign policy, and like I said, it goes back to that missionary mindset. We've got to help these people. They are suffering, and the ways we went about it certainly are wrong. But at least the motive itself wasn't wrong, even if we weren't getting oil from them, which we were. So of course, there was always that. But Jacobs talked about the dangers of businessmen running the show. But so I wanted to take the opportunity to sort of defend at least the initial desire to want to go help. And did we go about it the wrong way? Yeah, sure, I agree. But at least our intentions were good, and we all know what good intentions sometimes lead to. But I don't think you can discount them. I think it's important to know that the U.S. wasn't, it was, oh, let's go help the dummies in the Middle East. That wasn't the mindset. It was like, man, these people are really suffering. We got to help them. And then the way we went about it, went the way that it went. So thanks for your posts.